do not go behind that person. He has to have the need to change, to listen to him say these things out in society, but he's not that. He has ultimate control over the woman.
16 days of activism.
So today we want to talk about violence against women, and many times we think that violence against women is a physical phenomenon because we see in pictures and on YouTube or on TV or on the newspapers marks on a woman's body which is associated with violence against women. That is violence against women, but one aspect of it. I'd like to talk to you about another dimension of violence against women which you may not have heard of or even thought of as violence against women, and that is psychological violence. So what is psychological violence? Psychological violence is when, I'll give you some examples, when a man is with a long face, grumpy face, in a negative mood for days and for weeks, and expects his girlfriend or his wife to come behind him asking for forgiveness. That's one example. Another example is putting down the woman either when they are alone or in front of other people, scolding the woman, not giving respect to the woman, not letting her freely go out and meet other people, always wanting the woman to be with him, where there's suspicion. So all of these kinds are psychological violence against a woman. One of the biggest reasons for this kind of violence is a man whose ideas and views about a woman is way off, to use a layman's language. These men are extremely, I won't even say traditional, but actually quite unhealthy in their views about women. They feel that being a man, he has ultimate control over the woman. He can do as he wishes. And the woman has to always come behind him asking for forgiveness. As long as a man has these views and myths and wrong ideas in his mind, it is extremely difficult to fix that relationship. So the woman is suffering, of course, but the man is also suffering. So if you are a man who is watching this clip, you would want to reconsider whether you want to relate like this to the woman in your life. If you feel that there is no happiness in your relationship, could it be that it is you who is the cause of it? Could it be that you need to change the way you are looking at your woman and relating to your woman, and that you need to change the way you do and look at her? Now this issue is not only in marriages or in girlfriend-boyfriend relationships, but also in offices. These men who have these ideas bring these to officers, not all men, but I would say quite a large majority. And then in office spaces, they relate to women as objects, as persons who are of inferior status or of less capabilities, and that can be shown in the words they use. In Sinhalese they say things like baduwa, kella. Those kind of very derogatory kind of words is how they relate to women. The way they look at women, all of these activities show that your mind has these wrong myths about women. Now the real important question here is, what can we do? Now we know that we are not going to live a long life, isn't it? We have 70, 80, 90 years of life that we live. So we want our relationships to be healthy and happy. So if you are a woman who is in a relationship where the man is not kind to you, who is not respectful towards you, whose way of relating to you is putting you down, where you don't get any fulfillment, you can do certain things. First is, if he is hugely abusive and violent and you cannot handle this anymore, divorce and separation is an option. Now you might think, well, are we propagating divorce and separation? It's not that we are propagating it, but that's an option. Because we certainly don't want to be in years in a relationship where somebody is beating you up or putting you down psychologically. That you cannot do. That's one option. That is one option. Second is, could you get people known to you to talk to your partner, showing him his weaknesses, where he is advised straightforwardly. However, for a man to change, just advising him is not sufficient. He has to have the need to change. He has to know that if he doesn't change, he will lose you. or he will have a very unhappy, unfulfilling life himself, because it's like a little mini warfare at home. Then what can you do? If you decide to stay with such a partner for whatever reason, then what can you do? Stand up for your rights. It doesn't mean that you have a picket inside your house. But when your man is psychologically violent towards you, when he's putting you down, he's scolding you, he's grumpy, he's the low mood, he doesn't return your text messages, he doesn't call you back, and you have called him already 3 times, do not go behind that person. Because every time you go behind that person, that wrong, unhealthy behavior you reward. Don't do that. Change yourself. You can do a lot. Another dimension to this, which I find really interesting, is pretense. There are men who I have seen who at home it's like a hellish fire, where he's putting down the wife, ignoring the wife, is grumpy, low mood, irritable, everybody is suffering because of his behaviors. But he goes out into the society and talks about respect towards women or being kind towards women, shows he's very flexible, very open-minded. But that's a pretense. How difficult it must be to live such a life if that's who you are. How difficult it must be for the woman at home or his girlfriend to listen to him say these things out in society, but he's not that. So this pretense it really ruins us psychologically. So consider, do you want to live in pretense, or do you want to live the best authentic life you can possibly can? The choice is yours, particularly in the hands of the man who is being violent.
16 Days of Activism.